Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about rosacea. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll probably know or will have heard me mention that I do suffer with rosacea. It's something that sort of insidiously crept on over the last few years for me. It started off with just having a bit of redness and flushing, but then it became sort of a more persistent redness across my cheeks. I also get not just the redness, I get the texture issues with my skin as well, so it has been quite problematic over the last couple of years, and I'm constantly trying to find products that help. Unfortunately with rosacea there isn't really any cure, it's just about doing things to try and minimise the flare-ups and then using products to help cover up as best as possible. So there's a couple of products that I've been using recently and I've had really good results with them, so I just wanted to share them with you. I'll talk to you about them first and then I'm going to show you how I use them, and hopefully you'll be able to see the difference between my skin before and after using them. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about, it's not specifically a rosacea product, but it's really good, or I found it really good for helping to improve the texture of my skin, so I get lots of little bumps under my skin. And particularly if the rosacea is flaring up, those little bumps become a lot more pronounced, so like if I'm out in the sun, or just lots of different reasons why, unfortunately, but sometimes these bumps get really pronounced. So I've been battling with trying to improve my skin texture, and I found that exfoliants can actually irritate it a little bit, particularly if they've got like little fine beads and things in them. So I decided to try the lactic acid from The Ordinary. Now lactic acid is a lot more gentle than some of the acids out there on the market. So this is a lactic acid 10%, and it's also got hyaluronic, I can never say that, hyaluronic acid 2%. So that's the stuff that sort of sucks all the moisture up into your skin. It's really great. But I found that this is gentle enough to use on my rosacea, and it doesn't cause it to become more red or angry. What it's really been good at is helping with the texture issues. It's really helped to smooth out the texture of my skin. So that's been a really positive product to use for me. It was only, I think it was about £6. The Ordinary products are famously cheap to use, so I would really recommend that. Even if you don't have rosacea or problems with the texture of your skin, it's going to be really great at just removing dead surface skin cells and things like that, so it's a really great product. The other product that I've been using from, it's not The Ordinary but Deciem, so sort of their sister brand, but just slightly more expensive. I think this one was about £16 actually. And this is the Hylamide Sensitive Fix, and it's an advanced calming complex, it's called. So I just pat this onto my skin, and I wouldn't say that when you put it on you don't notice instantly that your skin looks calmer, but having used it for good 2 months now, just overall I've generally noticed a real improvement in my skin. And winter can be bad because obviously we've got central heating and we've got the elements when you're outside, you've got sort of strong winds and hot and cold and things like that. So it's a good time to be trying these products and be confident about the results that I'm getting. So yeah, that's another one that I would recommend. As I said, it's about £16, so sort of middle of the road price-wise. The other product that I've been using that is my wonder product, I've been using this probably now for a good 6-8 months maybe, is the Dermalex. So that's the Dermalex Rosacea Cream, and it's a mineral skin composition, mineral skincare composition, and it's specifically for rosacea, as it says on there. It's like a green type cream that comes out like this. As a lot of anti-redness products are, and it's very cooling and soothing. It's a moisturiser, so I tend to just moisturise the parts of my face, which is mostly here and a little bit sort of around here, my nose as well. I tend to moisturise those areas with the cream. As I said, it's really cooling, really soothing. Also the green, although it absorbs into the skin really quickly, it does seem to counteract some of the redness a little bit. So it is, yeah, it's a really good product. It's about £20 odd pounds. I buy mine from Boots. This is my second purchase of it in that 8-month period, so it lasts quite well. And I always think if you go and buy something again, it's always a good endorsement that it's been working for you. So that I would really recommend. If I had to just recommend one, it probably would be that. If I was allowed to recommend just two, it would be the lactic acid and the Dermalex together, because that's going to help with the texture issue and with the redness of the skin. The last product I want to talk to you about, I don't actually have it as such. Well, I do. I have a sample of it that I was given when I was in Selfridges last time, but it is the Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness cream. Absolutely fantastic. Not a skincare product, more a covering product, so part of your makeup regime. But this is absolutely fantastic at neutralising the redness and giving you a really good base to start your makeup with. So what I want to do is show you all these products as I use them, and let you see sort of how I created this makeup look. Hopefully you can see that the redness isn't too pronounced here. What I find really difficult having rosacea is that when you put makeup on, you're not often starting with a neutral base. You've got areas where your skin's really bright, and it's just really hard work. So it's really nice to start with a neutral base to work on, and then really you're applying and using the products as they're intended. So hopefully you'll be able to see that as I go through the video. So if you're interested in seeing these in use and how I get to this, then keep watching. Okay, so starting with the Hyaluronide Sensitive Fix, I'm just going to pop that onto the red areas of my face. I'm just going to put a couple of drops on there. Next up. Not too much, don't too much. It's just sort of it's not quite a gel, but it's not quite water, it's somewhere in between, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to pat that into my red cheeks and just a little bit, just above my brows. I tend to get a bit red just above my brows there. Okay, so that's that one. The second one that I'm going to put on is my Dermalex Mineral Skin Solutions. That's that one that I've told you about. This is the really good one that I love. It's like a green type cream which comes out just like that. A lot of rosacea, well, a lot of redness products tend to have green in them because it's a opposite colour, so it cancels out the redness. This cream feels really cool when you put it on, which is a really nice feeling. If you suffer with rosacea, you tend to feel that your skin's quite warm and uncomfortable, so it's got a really nice cooling sensation. I try not to rub too much because obviously that can irritate the skin as well, so I just tend to like dab it into my skin and then move on. My nose is a bit red as well. Okay, so that's the two skin products that I use. So I just give them a couple of minutes to absorb into my skin, and then I go in with the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness. As I said, I haven't actually got the pot of that yet. I've just got this little sample pot at the moment, which is nearly gone actually now. I've had that a couple of months. That tiny amount's lasted me all that time, so a little goes a long way with that. You'll be getting your money's worth if you do buy that. Okay, so once all the skincare products have absorbed and are nice and dry, I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the It Cosmetics. This has actually started to dry out a little bit. I hope that's not what happens to the product in its normal packaging, because I've had this almost 3 months now, and I wouldn't want it to dry up in that time because there's no way I'm going to get through a whole tub in that time. Okay, so that's the one side. So you can see that that's really taken down the redness already, just that little bit of product. I'm just going to give it a quick buff with my brush so I haven't got any horrible looking bits. Okay, so that side's got it on, that side hasn't. To be honest, I'm not that red on that side today, but hopefully you can see that there is a bit of difference between the two. And then I'll just do the same on the other side. Okay. And again, I'm just going to buff in just in case there's any that I haven't blended in very well. Okay, so that's that one. So that's basically the creams, or the two skincare products that I use, and then the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness, which is like the main base of how I manage my rosacea before I then put my makeup on. Hopefully you can see that it has toned the redness right down, so I'm starting with quite a neutral base now to be able to put my makeup on, which is really nice because I don't know, you probably find if you have got redness or rosacea that a lot of your skincare, a lot of your makeup products can be affected, or that the finish can be affected by the redness. So for example, it's hard to wear bronzers and blushes, and sometimes your skin can look really uneven. If you're having to put a lot of makeup in just one area and then not so much elsewhere. So this just gives me a nice neutral base to start with. So three of them are really great products. You don't have to use all of them, I just find that that combination really works for me. So I'm just going to put on my makeup now. I'm going to do one side with my foundations. Now I use these two from NARS. One is the All Day Luminous and one day is the Sheer Glow, and I use the colours Barcelona in the All Day Luminous and Syracuse in the Sheer Glow. I'm going to put that on to one side, and then on the other side I'm going to use my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. This is a much lighter CC cream. And I use the shade Spice. So I just want you to see how the makeup looks once I've got it on my skin. I'm going to use the Becca First Light primer. I just find that my skin is a little bit dull and lackluster, so I like to use this primer. It's very lightweight as well, you know, so my skin doesn't feel overloaded. Okay, so I'm just going to pop those on, and then you can have a little look at the end at how they both look on top of the products that I've put on. Okay, so you'll see that I've put on the Syracuse all over my face, and then I've just put on the Barcelona, which is the slightly lighter one, and the higher coverage one just over the red areas here. So that's my foundation base. So I'm just going to do the other side now with the Bare Minerals CC cream. So I'm just going to put on the rest of my makeup, and then you can just see how it all looks at the end. I'm including putting on a little bit of blusher and bronzer. Okay, so this is now my completed makeup using the products, the skincare products that I talked to you about, and then putting on foundation on this side of my face and the CC cream on this side of my face. So you can see on this side that my freckles and things are still showing through, because obviously the CC cream is a lot lighter and a lot thinner coverage, and on this side it's a bit heavier coverage. What I've done is used the Syracuse, the Sheer Glow foundation all over, and then I've just gone over with the All Day Luminous, just a bit thicker here, where I get my redness. That does cover up my freckles on that side. Interestingly, my camera battery died just after I'd finished filming putting the makeup on, so it's been about 2 hours now since I filmed that. So this is genuinely what my face looks like after quite a bit of wear, because if, like me, you've got rosacea or you get redness, and particularly if you get warm and things like that, sometimes the redness can start to build over the day, but obviously my face still looks really similar to how it did 2 hours ago. So again, it's an endorsement for how good I'm finding that these products are. So I hope it's been helpful. I hope that you have been able to see the difference using the skincare and then the It Cosmetics sort of, I wouldn't really call that skincare, that is more like just like a cover-up makeup type product, but using those products in combination, hopefully you've been able to see that they are quite useful. And if you're thinking about buying some products to help with your rosacea or your red skin, then hopefully this has helped you to make up your mind about whether or not they're right for you. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, do give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below, any questions, I will answer them. I'll also link all the products below so that you can easily find them. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video.
Simple as that, you can buy this feeling, that's for sure.